You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode.
Did you fail?
No.
I just saw you do something weird with your hand out of the corner of my eye.
I was trying to play that during the drop, but I couldn't get it.
Well,
guys, welcome to the It Takes... Guys and gals, whatever the hell you guys are. Welcome to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 126. We're recording this on Wednesday, August 2nd.
August.
You'll be hearing this on Friday,
Big month.
August 4th.
Yeah.
No.
Friday the 4th.
Be with you.
Wait. Yeah, that's right.
I can do math. I'm pretty capable.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I can look at stuff and I can say, that's 6.
Gavin, it's been a big week for all of us.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is going to be a long...
This is a legendary
episode.
episode.
A long, legendary, jam-packed episode.
I hope it's not
This
too
is
long.
the deal-breaker episode.
This will
This
make
is the
or
make or
break
break,
whether
yeah.
we go on and keep doing this show. If
Yep.
this one goes well, this decides the future of the rest
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
And what do I mean by that? Well, Gavin, of course, moved out this week, which we'll talk about as much as he wants to. Big news, I almost died over the weekend.
Huh?
That's right. I literally did, and this is no jokes, no clickbait. This is a true story. We're going to be talking about fake animals. Gavin has a whole plethora of clips that he brought to the table.
I've got a lot.
Which I'm very excited to slide into. I'm very excited to slide into those clips. Oh, that's my reminder to take my medicine and my inhaler.
Pretty good.
Big Nextdoor Drama that I just realized I forgot to put the title of and the names in.
Yeah.
I don't know why I forgot that.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I thought that maybe that was a purpose because it was like, this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. So let's just keep it as
Yeah, we can just keep it. We can keep it mysterious. I'll call it Stranger Thing.
Yeah.
Strange Things.
Strangest thing.
You'll understand why. Yeah, big one. I mean, let's just start with the moving stuff.
Yeah. So I moved into my new apartment.
Your own.
Yeah. So it was a complicated process. I was made a little bit complicated because I was moving in on a Monday, and I was losing my new apartment. I was losing my mind, but I was losing my old apartment on the 2nd or on the 1st technically. So I had to move everything out by this Wednesday. So by Tuesday.
Today. Or yesterday.
Yeah, because I came in and turned in the keys and they already had changed the locks. So they were quick with it.
I told him.
Yeah, you told him.
I said he's gonna try and break in if you don't. He's gonna squat.
Yeah.
So.
And I would. I tend to be a squatter, bit of a squatter. Yeah. It was a complicated process. Thank God. I really appreciate my dad helping me on Monday, moving the bed. That was the most nightmarish process I've ever been a part of because it was just so goddamn heavy. It's the heaviest thing I've ever lifted in my life. Like it just was so unwieldy. It was not fun, and plus it was up 3 floors, no elevator, no nothing, just stairs.
Is it an old building?
Yeah,
okay.
It's been around since like 1920 or something like that. It's been there for a while, and it's really nice. It's got like granite floors. It's got it's really nice. You saw my wood floors.
Yeah,
your my basketball hardcore floors, and they do sound.
Squeak.
They don't squeak like it, but they like crack like you're on a like they give like that cracking. It's like that. It's got like that bounciness to it, which is nice. I
start balling out.
Yeah, exactly. And I have old jerseys that will blend in perfectly there. Yeah, so got it all moved over with Sean and Spencer on Tuesday. Gave them some Shake Shack.
Shout out to them as well.
I kept saying I was going to talk like an old person to the cashier and be like, these two boys are a little hungry. Why don't you give them something to eat? These boys are hungry.
That would make sense because Sean kept while we were working. Actually, it would have been before that, but we all kept saying stuff like, oh, you got it, kid. You can come on, kid. Come over here and let's keep doing it.
Come on, man.
While we were working, I was like, yeah, you got it, kid. No problem.
Hey, you got this, kid.
You got it, big guy.
Come on, big guy. So got him some food and then turned in the truck and yep. So got everything moved over.
Nice.
And then sorted it all out today. Man, whenever you move around a lot, you sweat a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that, but like I
summer too.
sweat my ass off these last 3 days.
Moving is just the biggest nightmare. Gavin and I were talking about it before. Even if you have movers, it only alleviates like a little bit of the pain of moving. Because guess what? The movers don't set your stuff up.
Yeah, they just move it there.
Yeah, and that's like literally, if anybody who's watching or listening, and I don't mean to talk like we have any wisdom at the age of 23,
and
but
I learned from my mistakes with this one.
Right.
Let me put it that way.
But I will say, if you haven't moved, if you're around our age or older and just haven't moved out, give yourself like literally 2 weeks to pack, at least 2 weeks to pack.
Oh, I did all in one day. I did the packing.
But you don't have much. But still, like I would still say if you have a decent amount of stuff, you're moving into like even a one bed, 2 weeks, take like, part of it to pack. And obviously you'll have to move in one day or two, depending on how long you do it. And then the other week is unpacking, at least 2 weeks of just like, and that's like 2 weeks of just focusing on moving. Like you have to like use that time because it's like,
it's the worst.
You're going to regret it if you don't.
I learned from my mistakes. I'm going to tell people way ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I didn't know the move-in time until a week before. But I'm going to tell people way ahead of time, whenever I'm moving out, whenever the lease is up, I'm going to say, I'm moving out on this day. And I'm going to make sure that if I move into a new apartment or wherever else, that I have a set-up move-in date of like a Thursday or Friday, end of the week with the weekend off. Because then like, whoever else can come and help with whatever. Because man, moving in on Monday sucked. And it was funny because the apartment complex called me yesterday before I started moving stuff. And they're like, hey, Gavin, didn't see you yesterday. What, you know what's going on? And I was like, I picked up my keys. I moved most of my stuff in there. I moved like half my stuff in there today. I'm moving some stuff in later today too. And he's like, oh, okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, okay, that was weird.
That is weird.
Yeah. But so I think it was just because the person probably just wanted to personally meet me, but
it was like a specific person.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It was like the property manager there. So, but anyway, everything's all good there. It's like I'm gonna reference the Barbie movie. I haven't seen it, but I have my own Mojo Dojo Casa house.
I saw you post that, and I was like,
I did it because of you.
The urge to put a little comment.
But I'm gonna see it soon. Gonna see it soon. I'm off like for the next like 2 weeks, just because I think I've put in my time over the summer. I would argue.
You worked your butt off.
I worked my ass off. So
school starts 2 weeks?
Yeah, it starts on the 21st, but I have like a couple like professional development days before that. So
So that segues into the Barbie movie, which I saw. No spoilers because Gavin hasn't seen it. Otherwise, I wouldn't give a green fuck. I don't know if I was trying to remember if this is something I said on the podcast or not, and it's not really. It doesn't really matter to say, but
you didn't want to see it,
right?
Whenever I suggested we go see it together,
I was very against seeing it to the point of not necessarily making. Well, I guess I was. I wouldn't say making fun of you, but I was like, dude, why do you want to go see it?
I thought it would be a really fucking like campy movie.
I thought. So I'll give my impression. I'll tell you like what I thought of it. I won't, but without spoilers. But I thought going into it, I was like, "This is gonna be so corny."
Yeah.
I was like, even though Greta Gerwig is directing it and Noah Baumbach co-wrote it with her, which they've done amazing movies.
Yeah, they've done good movies.
Marriage Story is an insanely good movie, even though it's a little like, whatever you want to think of it. It's a really good movie. They've done amazing movies. All their other ones, which I haven't seen. Madagascar, I have seen those. Noah Baumbach wrote 2 of the Madagascar.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta have him on the show.
I saw a tweet where somebody was like this was from a couple years ago. They're like, I went to meet, or like I was somewhere and I brought a copy of Madagascar 3 for Noah Baumbach to sign, and he saw me in line and he noticed the movie and made sure to leave before he got to where I was in line. I guess because maybe he's embarrassed about it. I don't know. But anyways. So I don't know if this is something I said on the show. I did say that I was like, I don't want to see it. Like, or I was like, I guess I would see it.
But I don't want to see it with just another guy.
That was the thing. And I don't know. I don't remember. I couldn't remember if I said that on the show or not, but I was like, I don't want to go see it with you because that just, and I don't want to see it by myself because that would just feel weird. I was like, I would want to see it with another woman. And I did hold up to that end of the bargain. Like it was a bet.
Yeah.
I did see it.
You held that integrity.
I did see it with 2 women and Gavin's brother.
Another man.
But
not me. He's not going to see it with me.
But I will say, after watching it, I don't feel like that was completely necessary. But I will say it did help.
That there were women there.
It did help that there were women there in the sense that there were things that I didn't understand that afterwards I had to be like, what was that about? Mm-hmm. Or like, why was that so emotional to this person? And I'm not saying who it is because I don't want to call them out for getting emotional about it, but I was like, I don't get that. And they like gave me a look and I was like, no, seriously, like I don't understand that. And they explained it to me and it was like, about living in the world as a woman. And I was like, oh, well, that's probably why I don't understand it. And then I was like, fuck this movie.
Exactly. I've seen a lot of quotes on Twitter. I'm sorry, X.
Come on. I was like, Twitter, what?
Yeah, exactly. Of I think that line or something related to it. And I was like, I've seen so many people deep dive on so many of on Barbie and Oppenheimer. Just deep dive on both of them on Twitter. So like it's a grab bag with whatever tweets I get on my timeline. But
so I will say that helped.
Yeah,
I will say that helped. It's not necessary. And I don't want anybody to think that it's like some masculine thing. If you ever met me or if you know me, if you listen to the show or watch it, I'm the least masculine person ever. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know if it sounds like you gave a fuck about Barbie.
It was just the fact of going to see a movie called Barbie as a man by myself just felt very weird. Even though it's a PG-13 movie.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a little adult, but it just felt like it'd be a little weird.
Now, if it was say like a Trolls movie, if it was like Trolls,
that'd be weird.
It would be weird.
Or the Paw Patrol movie.
Yeah, the Paw Patrol movie. Like,
Saw Patrol.
Yeah, I saw someone trying to make that a thing.
That's so funny. But yes, I don't want to say I loved it.
It's short, right? It's pretty short.
It's 2 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I was expecting like an hour and a half.
It honestly felt a lot shorter now that I'm thinking about it. I don't want to say I loved it, but I really, really, really liked it. Like a lot. Like,
would you see it again?
Yes, I would. I would.
Not with me though.
It was no. Is there a woman?
Only.
Are you wearing a wig?
Yeah.
But it was extremely funny.
A Greta Gerwig.
It was actually funny. You're gonna wear a Greta Gerwig, and I'll wear my Bomb Box. As a shoe brand.
Yeah. But we were saying, sorry, it was really funny.
It was very funny. Like actually funny, not like corny funny.
Yeah.
But it also had a really good message in it. And it's like about women empowerment, which I know you hate, so I won't say much. No, it's about patriarchy and women empowerment, and it has a lot of stuff that you're like, whoa, Greta Gerwig must watch Hassan Piker's streams or something. Just like very like that kind of sided.
I'm trying to think of I saw someone say something about that. But
but it's very
Greta Gerwig is also a very normal looking person. Someone was like, if someone saw her,
she's a director. There's not really any like hot director.
No. But I'm saying like, if you saw Christopher Nolan on the street, you'd be like, that's Christopher Nolan. True. But if you saw Greta Gerwig on the street, you would probably be like, it's just whoever.
Yeah. And not to like sexualize a woman director because that's the opposite of what anybody should be doing. But there's not really like
but it was like a picture of her at like the Taylor Swift concert, like that's Greta Gerwig. I didn't even know what she looked like.
But there's not like male or female like stunning directors.
No,
because at the end of the day they're hunched over a screen in Video Village for 16 hours a day. They're not going to look really good. But Christopher Nolan I think is probably the best.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino's not a
but I'm saying you would recognize, like he's very recognizable.
But he is a plum.
Yeah,
he is not. I would say
I like my feet.
If we're doing
now what's the deal with all the feet? Okay, I don't know why.
I don't. Well, really,
I like
know.
Feet.
Well, I don't really know actually, but
yeah. Right. Okay. So like the
but I would
thing
say
about
Christopher Nolan's probably the most attractive.
Really?
director. I think
He's
so.
British too, right?
I have no idea.
I think I heard him talk once. But yeah, anyway, so Greta
I've never seen
Gerwig.
any of his movies.
So Greta Gerwig directed a good movie.
Yeah, she's ugly and she's a woman.
Yeah, I know you don't like ugly women.
No, and you don't like when they work. So
No, we're a great duo. We work
Yeah.
great together.
everything we say
We're
is a joke.
tandem.
Everything we say on the show
Yeah,
is a joke. It was fantastic. Yeah, it was great. It was funny. I'm just gonna give. Can I give away one joke? It's like
Yeah.
right at the beginning of the movie. It doesn't like.
As long as my
spoil
job is
anything.
just beach, I'm cool.
That was very funny. That comes up a lot, but damn it, there is a lot of funny stuff. But they at the very beginning, all of the guys, all of the Kens are like.
And Alan, was Alan there?
There was an Alan. I if you know about Alan, I'll say something that happened later on after the movie. But the Kens are all like, they're like trying to bro each other up, and they're like, dude, I'll beat you off. No, I'm gonna beat you off. I'll beat both of you off. And they're saying that
Beach?
you like beach.
Oh,
But
I
it's
thought you said
but they're
beat.
doing it because it sounds like I'm gonna beat you
off.
off. So that was just it was like right away too.
Yeah.
It's at the very beginning. But yeah, so Alan, who's played by Michael Cera, which is just perfect. And it's there's something I want to say about it.
There's
but
a clip I saw of
don't
him
know.
dancing, and they're like, "That's the most I've ever
Yeah.
seen him move."
He's so funny in it too because he's like, he wants to be a Ken, but he's like,
He's like this misfit doll.
yeah, and he like wants to be a Ken and hates the Kens, but also like gets really sad when they get like when they fuck up and stuff. And he's so funny.
Oh, God.
I don't. Damn it. There's something I want to say, but it's gonna come off
Yeah.
bad. But yeah, he was so funny in it. But as we were leaving the theater, I held the door open for this group of girls, and the last one that came out was like, "Thank you, Ken." And then we were laughing. I walked away and I said, "I'm more of an Alan, actually, but thank you." So I felt like I'm more of an Alan.
Yeah. You are Knuff.
I am Knuff.
Yeah, Knuff.
Which it's not really a spoiler, but when he like wears that for like literally, there's like one still where he's wearing it.
That's
and you
it.
don't even see him wear it before it. They just cut to him and he's wearing it.
That's great.
And it's just
It's like fuzzy too. I
Yeah,
noticed that
it's-
the merchandise of it is like fuzzy. I thought it was just like a tie-dye print,
yeah,
like hoodie, but no, it's like fuzzy.
yeah, it's like that fleece.
Yeah, fleece. Yeah.
But yeah, it was great. I really do recommend everybody to go see it. It's not woke. It really isn't. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Some people, Ben Shapiro and people would say.
Yeah, I mean,
it is,
Ben
but
Shapiro made 3 hate videos that were longer than the entirety of Barbie. So
and he wore the Ken outfit to go see it, which is so weird.
he wore a black outfit the first time I saw it.
That Ken wears that same exact
Really?
black T-shirt, black pants tucked in. It's like
great.
literally spot on exactly what he wears. And
Someone photoshopped
scene.
him like wearing like all pink with like
Nice.
looking a little fruity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really funny though. There's a lot of other jokes. It's a lot about horses. It's like
I
really,
think that
it's really heavy on the horses, which is like
Did you know Margot
so funny.
Margot Robbie is Margot
Robbie.
Margot Robbie? Did you know that she's Australian? So you should
I think I did.
yeah. We could totally do a Barbie as Australian.
Bobby.
Barbie.
Oh yeah, I was talking to Sean on the phone, and I was like, "This is British, not Australian," but I was like, "I guess we're not gonna go see the Barbie movie tonight." We were doing that, but yeah, you could do. Want to give a shout out to Grimace?
I want to get a butt. We're gonna go to Barbie.
We're gonna go to the Barbie movie and see Margot Robbie,
Margot
Robbie, in the
Margot Robbie.
Barbie movie.
and Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. But anyways,
So Carson, how'd you die?
Barbie was great.
Hard cut.
If we're gonna do a hard cut, we're gonna need to do this. We're gonna need to do it the right way. Hold on, we're gonna do it the right way. That's not the right thing.
Ooh,
That's not it either.
a little loud.
We're gonna need to do this.
Oh no.
We're gonna need to do this the right. We're gonna. Come on. We're gonna need to do it. Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
Gavin. I almost died on Saturday. Something I will never ever forget.
Well, I saw a car out front, so it wasn't a car accident.
It wasn't. Gavin, you're not going to believe what I was doing when I almost died. What do you, if you had to take one guess, what do you think I was doing when I almost died?
Bench press.
No. I'll give you 2 more guesses.
Walking.
Kind of.
Like going on a walk.
No.
Okay.
You got 1 more. Why am I doing it like this?
Editing.
No.
Ah.
Gavin, I was playing disc golf.
Okay. I mean, I probably should have guessed that, but
You should have, because it's the most random thing that could have happened.
I don't think about that as a like a. I don't know. I think of like bench press as like a pretty dangerous.
Right.
thing.
No, you wouldn't think of it as a dangerous thing, and I wouldn't have either. So on Saturday, I went to I went to get my tattoo touched up, and I'm considering playing in a disc golf tournament in September, which I'll talk more about at another later date. But I need to practice the courses that are in the tournament, and they all happen to be like courses that I've hardly played. And one of them is like downtown St. Louis, pretty much. This place called Wilmore Park. Shout out. And I was down there, and I didn't think there was any storms coming in. I checked, there was like storms like way later in the day, and I was like, no, it'll be no biggie. Like I got at least like 3-4 hours.
Right.
Get down there. I'm probably get through like, I think I was on, I don't know the course very well, but I think I was on like hole 9. So I'd done 9 holes at that point. And
Would you post hole?
What'd you just call me?
Would you ever post the holes on Instagram or something?
No,
Would you ever
dude.
post hole?
I can't post hole. Not after what happened last time. So I'm like walking from 8 to 9 after I posted hole. And the wind kind of starts picking up, and I can see dark clouds coming over. And I was like, okay, I'm like, yeah, we'll see what happens. But like, I probably got like maybe like 30 minutes to an hour before this rolls in, because I couldn't really tell how bad it was going to be. But the wind's kind of picking up. And I get to the tee pad of 9. I tee off. I start
Post hole.
screaming. I start posting hole, teeing off. And I throw a couple shots. It's like this. It's like kind of up a hill where the basket is.
Uh-huh.
And I like get up there, and like I throw my second shot, and then the wind's really picking up by the time I'm up the hill. And I was like, Jesus, this is crazy wind right now.
You threw a disc and it came back and hit you in the mouth.
Well, so this is what ended up happening is like I would go and I would go to putt, but I was just like, this wind is too much. Like it was at that
this
point.
wind is too much.
It's too much. You're doing too much right now, God.
Oh gosh.
I looked at God and I said,
too
you're
much.
doing too much right now. And so I just picked up my discs because it was like crazy windy at that point.
I picked up my discs.
I picked up my discs.
My disc.
And so the wind's blowing. It's going crazy. I'm right next to the basket. Put my bag down.
Your hat falls off like Albert Einstein.
I had my Bayou Billy hat on.
Okay, good. Okay.
So I had my drawstring up here. So it wasn't going out, but I had to tighten that little sucker up
right.
so it didn't fly off like Albert Einstein.
So it gave a little
Who
putt.
can outsmoke Albert Einstein? And I pick up my bag, again, right next to the basket, walking away, probably 50 feet away from the basket. And I just hear this like creaking.
Yeah.
And I like immediately, I had my headphone and I'm like looking around, looking in front of me, looking behind me, because I'm thinking it's like a limb that's going to fall or creaking. As soon as I turn around, this whole fucking huge tree is falling towards me. And I was probably close enough at that point where it would have landed on me. But it was like falling. When I finally saw what the noise was, it was falling. So I like ran off, and then it just
You
falls.
ran straight ahead, so it kept falling on you.
Yeah, and it just kept blowing towards me. It was like moving. And it fell, and it crushes the basket.
Holy shit.
I'm like 50 feet away. If I would have putted on that basket or spent like
Any
a
more
minute,
time. Yeah.
a minute or two longer, that tree would have crushed me because I would not have noticed it in time to get out of the way. So I have a picture of the tree because after the bowl situation, I have to get pictures of everything because otherwise you won't
that
believe
actually
me.
is really funny.
So this is the
well, okay. So the Bol Bol situation was that Carson said we don't know, but he says
We
he
talked
saw
about it on
Bol
the
Bol.
show.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show. But if anybody's tuning in
yeah
to this one, he talked about Bol Bol. He saw him at the airport
yes
and didn't take a picture of him
because
with
I was
him
so
or anything.
shocked
But he was so shocked about it. So
that I'm seeing
now,
Bol Bol.
now, anytime something happens, we have to have picture proof.
Because I'm so shocked that I'm for no fucking reason seeing
Bol
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 in New
getting
York,
off
right?
of my plane
Yeah.
that I'm about to board in New York.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so there's tree.
So this is the picture of it. I'm far away,
Oh wow.
but it's a big sucker.
Oh, you could pick that up.
Oh, I could pick that up and move it. But this is like far away. This makes it look really small. But,
Yeah.
But the basket, you can't even see the basket, but the basket's like here, like at the where the top of it is. Like it was crushed.
That's
that basket's
insane.
donezo.
Wow. So is the tournament still happening there?
I don't know. I was the
Did
first
you-
one to see it.
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say, did you report it?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't know what to do. Oh, I need to turn the camera back on. Thank you, buddy. But yeah, it was just crazy. Like it was just insane. I was just like,
That's did you post this picture on? No, post it. Don't post.
I'll put
on
it
this.
in. I'll put it in the
Yeah,
video.
post it.
But it was just like,
That's crazy.
and this kid who was like down by this like pond was like, he was far away, but he like took off running. But I was like the only one around. But I was just like, I just kept saying, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Like I was just like, this is insane. I've never had anything like that happen. I
No,
mean, I almost died another way, but I knew, but that was still bad.
Yeah.
My
But you
neck
didn't
was still
know,
broken.
But you didn't know.
Right. It was just insane.
Well, I mean, somewhere, in Tower Grove, I'm sorry, not Tower Grove, but the Grove, someone did die from a tree falling on them. They
Over
were
the
like-
weekend?
No, a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
They,
In their car.
In their car, yeah.
They're sitting in their car.
And like it happened.
forgot about that.
Someone was sitting right next to him. Like someone was sitting like in a car next to him, and it fell on that person. It's just fucking crazy.
Insane. But yeah, like what are the odds that I'm right there?
During the
Right.
wind, not
No
even the
other
rain.
trees fell over
Yeah,
because I had
it's
to
just-
walk through the rest of the course to get back to my car.
God doesn't want you around anymore.
Right.
dude.
There was big limbs, but I was just like, Jesus Christ. Like, what is happening? Why is that the one huge tree that falls over and it's
Can't
right
play
next
the-
to me?
God, I don't want to do this.
I'm gonna stop this music right here. We're in a
I don't
smoking lounge.
I don't want to do this.
Fuck. What's on the other page?
I forgot what it's called, but that is what I would say. After
Please, God, just help me stop. I don't want to do this.
yeah, exactly.
God
That's,
is dead.
that is what you told God.
Yeah, it was just like I don't even know.
So you came
what
home
do
and
I
prayed
do?
extra hard, right?
No, I went and bought a bunch of lottery tickets and lost a lot of money.
Went to the casino, lost all my money there.
Lost all my money there.
Bankrupt.
Yeah, it was just insane. But anyways, yeah, I almost died. Now we can clickbait this episode with that. True story. I will put the picture up. This is not a joke. I'm not
put it
fucking
in like
around.
the middle.
I'll put it in the middle.
Make a lightning strike. You know,
Yeah, it'll come up.
yeah, that lightning crash one, the one that scared the fuck out of me.
God, you're just making me pull all these.
Sorry, I don't have any of them. I don't have that.
I don't know where. I don't memorize where any of them are.
That's okay. Let me
It's
see if-
somewhere in here. Is it on the first page? Oh Jesus! It's so good though. I want it, and I don't know where it is. What was that?
FNAF flashlight.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it sounded like.
But anyways, enough tragedy. Let's check out some of these clips. Tell me about these clips you got.
Okay, so
This is our segment, Clips of the Week.
clips of the week. Dun, dun, dun. I need to make a theme for this. I need to figure out how to do
Oh, yeah, you should.
GarageBand on
Get a-
Mac.
Get a garage band together.
So this first one I have is one that's obviously I think a lot of people have seen, but it's this.
I have not seen.
You have not seen this?
I've seen it without sound.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So I showed you Black Country New Road after we went to Hunter's apartment. Remember that?
Oh
We
yeah.
talked- yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, and it was like weird.
Yeah. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
not Black Country New Road. This is a different band
Okay.
playing at some sort of small festival. But
It was like
I-
Disney music or something.
I want to give
super
out.
weird.
Yeah, exactly. I want your impression of. Okay.
Okay.
So here's my thoughts on it before I give it.
Okay.
The clothing they're wearing is like early 2000s. It's already pretty or early 2010s. It's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
I can see neon.
And the music is if if they didn't look like this, or if I didn't have a video and it was just the audio of this, I'd probably say, yeah, that's pretty good. But seeing the whole thing, oh man. Okay, so here we go. I just fucking hate it.
What is going
fucking
on?
hate
What
it.
even is this?
It's like the breakdown of the song.
And what is this band?
It's called My Son the Hurricane is the band.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're getting a lot of hate on Twitter, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Where else would you get? I'm sorry, X. Where else would you get Twitter? Where else would you get hate? You would get it on Twitter. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Can I see it one more time?
Yeah. I'll
think I need
keep
it
the
all
sound
again.
on too.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of weird. It's like theater. It's like theater kids. It's like musical theater kids and band geeks got together.
This
and
is
made a
the
band.
word chuggy personified.
Yeah, it just feels like a very safe like cover band. If you know what it feels like, I just realized this. It feels like a wedding band, and I bet they are a wedding band.
But
I bet
I
they
don't think
play
this is
at
at a wedding,
weddings.
but they have probably played weddings.
I bet they do because that's what it reminds me of.
It's
a
a
bunch of
huge
middle. It's a
band.
bunch of middle-aged people wearing the same clothes they probably wear at every show, and that's exactly what wedding bands are. Coming from someone who knows
she's
wedding
like
bands.
rapping. She's quickly singing, or
Okay.
she's singing before. I don't have that clip because it's like buried in my likes now because I'm always on Twitter.
Thanks.
So the next one is, the cop going down the slide
In Boston.
in Boston. I have no idea what precipitated this event, but it's literally the funniest clip. Every time I see it, it's incredible. It's literally
and everybody's seen it.
Yeah, everybody's seen it. It's the most incredible clip. Just the way that he like ragdolls is like incredible.
Right. I don't know how you could get that
I have
much speed.
no
I have
idea
no
how-
idea.
But someone said everything about this is perfect. The knocking, rattling, getting louder as he comes down. The person filming giggling as they realize what's happening. The ragdoll physics as his nuts grind against the edge of the slide, and he shoots out like a banana squeezed out of its peel. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So there's that clip, and then someone reversed it. This is also really. I like this
I've seen
clip.
this
I
one.
like this clip a lot, just because it's like he gets sucked up. He just gets sucked up into the slide. That's really good. And then someone made a YouTube poop out of it. Isn't that good? That's good.
That's great. Yeah, I love that shot where he's just how is he at that angle?
He had sustained a head injury, so
He did?
Yeah,
He looked like he did. He looked
Yeah,
like he sustained a head
shit,
injury
like
in the
that.
tube because he comes out all cockeyed.
Forgot what this one is. Oh yeah, so this was weird.
Oh, I did see this.
This came up on my timeline for like no reason.
Yeah.
I don't even know who this person is, but this person tweeted, "The Ministry of Youth and Sports should step down. It's disheartening to witness such an incompetent government. How could they select an untrained girl to represent Somalia in running? It's truly shocking and reflects poorly on our country internationally." So here we have, I think, the qualifiers for the Olympics or something going on. For women's track, like women's sprint, like 200 meters, something like that.
200 or 100 meter.
Yeah. And they do like a shot of like every, I'm just going to mute it. They have a shot of like everybody. And I guess, so you can kind of tell immediately that like this Somalia person is very out of place.
Yeah.
This person is wearing like long sleeves, like pants.
Well, that's religious stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think it's mostly just the fact that they're, and I can say this, I'm allowed to say this, a little bit on the heavier
Yeah,
side.
they're a little.
Kind of
yeah.
a little, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but a little like
They're average.
awkward
Yeah, they're a little awkward.
in
but,
their own.
But so they're like on the blocks ready to go, and this is literally straight out of like a Key and Peele sketch.
yeah, make it full screen so they can see it.
But it's like it's you can very clearly see this person from Somalia is like right off the bat
way
already gone,
off.
just gone. And it's already over, and she still hasn't placed, I don't think. But I think it ended up being that the person, but I think it was because like her one of her relatives is like on the board, so they like submitted her as like,
Okay.
you're the person representing Somalia. What do you
Right.
think? So there's that. That was very interesting that I saw, and I thought it was just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
and
I
like the
saw that
outrage
earlier.
over it was like
Yeah.
incredible.
Maybe a little excessive.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I think they should have put her in or anything.
No.
But like, it's like,
No.
okay.
It's a little weird though. So anyway, so this clip just came up today. This one is actually pretty good.
Oh, I did see this too. Yeah.
A new Jesus has been crowned.
What
This
the
guy,
fuck is going on?
this guy runs up during Spanish mass in
Okay.
Spain, and like puts his child on like the altar, or like the religious.
Yeah, the
like,
altar.
Is that the altar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever those Catholics do or something. Sets his child up there, puts him way
With the
up at
Virgin Mary.
like, with the Virgin Mary, and just
And then
walks back
takes
down.
off.
He's not wearing shoes, by the way. During that.
I have no idea where he's going and why he did
like
that.
he just did that. So then someone linked an article from like Italy.
Because I want the conclusion of what happened after.
7:30 p.m. on Sunday, just before mass began.
Before it began.
Yeah. The young man throws the little one at the foot of the structure that supports the statue and climbs up in turn, making everything stagger. Parishioners themselves and accompanied to take the baby back in their arms before being taken out. The protagonist of the singular story, however, has not ceased to surprise yet as he walked along the central nave. Is that right? Nave?
I think so.
Towards the exit as he knelt down with the child in his arms, still constantly making the sign of the cross, albeit with his back to the altar. A gesture that, after no understandable initial disbelief, prompted the faithful to give him a round of applause. So he did that, and then nobody like really did anything about it.
And did he leave? Did he get his kid back?
That it seems like he got the kid back. And nothing really happened.
But no reason why.
Yeah,
we don't know why he did it.
Yeah. So I thought that was
because he ran
Yeah,
up
he,
there,
like,
and then he didn't
sprinted.
run away. He just wanted to get it up there as quick as he could.
That's literally the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I couldn't.
But I mean,
saw
I guess
that.
so. The reason why I also put this up is because I guess the same kind of like hysteria, for lack of a better word, whenever people see the Pope, it's kind of like that, where they're like, "Oh my God, I need to have my child get touched by the Pope."
Right, they
or
freak out.
and they like freak out and they like go up there and they like try to like do what popes do to little kids.
Right. Well,
I mean, do what priests do to little kids.
Yeah.
Not the Pope. Well, maybe the Pope.
well,
We don't know for
can't-
sure.
we
We
can't
can't say for sure.
no.
That'd be wrong. How do I stop this recording?
Is that everything? Is that all your clips?
That's all my clips. Yeah.
You have to go back to that screen, and then you'll have to go up there, and you'll see a stop recording.
I don't see it.
Oh, you know what? There's like a red. You see that red thing on the other side?
Right
Click
here.
that. Bingo. And then like save it to your downloads or whatever.
Oh, it's right here. Right here.
Well, there's some great clips, Gavin. I'm
Yeah.
glad we got to talk about the cop slide and the new Jesus and
Man, the
personal
cop slide.
Jesus.
That is not gonna.
It was so funny, but like I've seen it.
I've seen it a million
enough.
times, but like
The YouTube poop one was good. I'm glad I got to see that. That did actually make me laugh. Yeah, that was great. Because I got this. I'm glad I got to see that moment where he's just on his stomach.
wait. I actually had a POV.
Oh, you got another one? Oh, yeah, you're telling me about this. You have a
Where-
point of view.
Yeah.
POV deep throat.
I swear I put it
What?
in here.
Did I say that out loud?
Did I put it in here? Is it this one? Yeah. Okay. So I have to.
So this is the slide, not from the cop's point of view, but
yeah,
what he would have seen.
Yeah, what he would have seen was a new screen recording there. Is retort? Okay. Then
Retort.
Retort.
Wow, that is fast.
It goes really fast.
That's
Like
might be too fast.
Like
Because it's new. It's a new slide from what I've
yeah,
heard.
yeah. Like that just goes so fast.
That is really
It's
fast.
extremely long too. It's like comically long.
Yeah, I've seen the picture of it from the side. That's a dangerous slide.
I know.
Pete, they're gonna close that slide down so quick. I did hear a lot of people say funny things about. I'm surprised the cop didn't shoot the slide. So on and so forth. Now what are you looking up?
I'm trying to find the picture of the slide.
Oh.
Yeah. This is.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. You on dial up?
Yeah. Like, look how long. I know the audience is gonna see this, but
It's steep.
it's steep, man. That is so long.
That's a long slide.
Pause.
What?
So long.
That is so long. I've been saying that a lot
I'm over here
recently.
stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now.
I didn't hear the whole thing.
All right.
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like, for real.
People were like, "This is the first recording of Oppenheimer," and it was just like a really shitty version of that.
Nice. It's true.
And it's true. So Carson,
Um,
what's up next? What we got?
I actually have some clips with these ones, so I'll have to have you play them. And
It's actually crazy. We're doing great on time.
yeah. Do you still have that screen recording going?
No.
Okay, start another one because I'm gonna have you play these clips.
Okay, dude. It's like my third one.
Okay.
Okay, dude. It's like my third one. man.
So, as I'm sure you guys have all heard, and I was pretty like,
are you talking about this one here? The Chinese
we'll play
bear?
both of them.
But-
We'll start with the dog one first.
Okay.
And don't play it yet. But we,
Oh, boy.
as I'm sure you all have seen by now, and I honestly was like, after seeing again, this was like the cop slide. I saw it so much that I was like, I don't want to fucking talk about this. I'm like, I hate it. I don't want to talk about it. But it goes so well with the other thing that we're going to talk about with the bears,
Yeah.
which we'll get to in a minute, that I just had to bring it up. So, as
Are
I'm
you gonna
sure
play the whole
everybody
thing?
has seen, yeah, it's pretty short, but
Okay.
it's
Informative.
interesting. There, you can go ahead and just play it
Oh,
now. There's a man in Japan, or a Japanese man. I think he's in Japan, just judging by how this house looks and stuff. But who spent, I believe, $14,000.
That was like 25,000.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
spent
who
a- he
even
spent a-
knows?
Spent a good amount of money.
On a realistic border collie costume, and it's somewhat realistic, I guess, if you had the world's most overweight border collie, because it's huge, because it's a man in the costume, so it's obviously not going to look like a dog unless he was a little twink like Gavin over here.
Even I don't. Even
No,
my,
you'd be too long. You'd be a long.
Even my
collie.
childbearing hips would kind of give
What?
away.
Your child what?
My childbearing hips would be kind of giving
We're
away.
we're not talking about the Pope anymore. We can move on.
But I feel like I would. Even I'd probably. I wouldn't look this. I feel like I'd look this big.
Yeah, no, you would.
Like
because,
this costume is probably like hot as hell too.
Well, and I don't know if the back legs are his knees or what. I'm gonna have to have you play it again because there's moments that I wanted to talk about.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. The sound can be off. It's
No,
not.
I like the scratching noise.
I wish it would bark. I don't know why it doesn't bark. You'd think if you spent $25,000 on it, it would bark.
Like that shot right there, he looks human as fuck.
Every shot he looks to. I do not look at anything and go, "Oh, that's a dog for sure."
Even if you were like high on I don't know. Say, Say on like an edible, you wouldn't think that you would think that guy's fake still.
Yeah, I would probably be freaked out, but I would, yeah.
What if
So-
dogs moved like that?
If they had elbows, if they had elbows,
if they had wrists that did that on a
Yeah.
window.
if they had elbows and
Yeah, you know
and
what?
really
now, okay,
bad backs,
now that I'm looking at
scoliosis.
yeah, now I'm looking at this.
His knee. It's got to be.
It's
his
got to
knees.
be his knees.
He's got to be on
It's
his
got
knees.
it's got to be like his knees
oh,
are like.
could you even imagine?
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's why I'm like maybe that's why
Oh,
his legs look so fucking big.
Well, that's probably why because you never see him walk.
Yeah,
He's always he's always like on his belly, pretty much.
he must have like his like back legs hog tied or something like that. Zip tied together, zip tied with like on his like
Zip
shin.
tied up here.
Yeah, it's like from like his ankles to his groin.
Oh, I need somebody to draw a diagram
I need
where it shows him in there and he's hog tied up.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, because he doesn't move and his back is always arched like this too.
like that would hurt, man.
And he's always waving for some reason.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that's appealing.
Oh yeah, my dog waves to me like that all the time. Hi, I go, hi Louie, hi Hazel.
Yeah,
They go,
hi.
No, they'll like be like this.
Yeah. There you go.
because that's how dogs look.
What shots did you want me to stop at?
Just the wave.
Okay.
It was just the wave because he waves all the time. This is pretty good too, with the sound.
I mean, like,
But wait, back that up again because look at how your knees. Oh no, your knees could do that because they would come out to your stomach.
yeah,
That'd be that'd be like,
yeah. It's
oh God. I can't get I don't know if I can get no, yeah, I can. What am I saying?
you're in
Not at
jeans.
this angle. But yeah, I can get my leg up there. Oh, I can hike my leg up there. I don't think I can walk around like a. Well,
Yeah,
he
I
doesn't
need
walk around
I need
either.
a model of what this looks like.
Yeah, diagram. I need
Yeah.
a split down the middle diagram showing
Cross section.
him hog tied with a ball gag in his mouth. I mean,
Yeah. Shit.
Sorry, fuck. Did I say that?
So people are speculating that this is a fetish, but I think this is beyond fetish. I think that he just wanted to manifest being a dog.
I mean, there's always a sexual thing behind it. People love to be like, no, there's not. It's like, yeah, there is. There's at least a little. With furry stuff,
And if
I
it's
don't
not,
care.
And if
Have
it's not
fun.
that, then it's public humiliation fetish.
Which is it's still a fetish. And it's fine, like who gives a fuck? But just like don't be like, no, there's nothing sexual about it. I just want to look like a dog. And it's I guess there's a little something wrong with that. I shouldn't say it's completely okay.
Do you think he has a
because
spot for his dick?
bestiality is fucking weird.
Do you think he has a spot for his dick?
I mean, I sure hope so. I don't see any openings though, man. He might be in that thing permanently.
That's the part where I'm like,
Just kidding.
yeah, it's $14,000. So if it's,
Yeah.
you would
what
think,
it says.
yeah, if you would think $14,000, you'd be like, maybe he wanted to go through the whole like neutering process and stuff too.
Maybe I wonder if he got a
Imagine-
red rocket.
Yeah, there
If
you
they
go.
just shaved it down.
Yeah. That'd
They
been crazy.
shaved all this foreskin off.
Yeah. That'd been crazy.
Just the rocket.
yeah.
You could do that. I've seen it done.
All
Can I
right.
say that out loud too?
So what's next?
Okay, so now we got people wanting to be animals. Now we got animals who people think are humans. I don't know if you saw this. Go ahead and pause
I
it.
did see this.
There is a zoo in China. I know, China. Where these right. Where these what are the names of the bears? I already
Sun bears?
Yeah, but they're Mal
Sun bears?
Mal
Malaysian sun bears?
No, it's like Malian sun bears or something. I don't know. They're sun bears. They're these sun bears, and
The St. Louis Zoo has some.
do they?
Yeah.
But they're like the smallest breed of bears,
Yeah.
and they do this. But if you can play the video now, you can take the sound off too. There's no reason for it.
Shit, dude. I just got rid of something.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
But they are
Okay. Whew.
they're standing and behaving a lot like humans, and they have these weird wrinkles in their back that look like a suit. And people are speculating, go full screen, enhance, that they are
Yeah, that did a lot.
humans in bear suits. And I don't think so, but they are moving very weirdly. I guess not so much there at the end. If you see that at the end, that looked like a bear.
I think it's just because it's how long do they stand up.
Yeah,
But
and they're like
here's-
moving around and like,
I'm no animal expert,
uh-oh.
but here's my take on it. I think that they're mimicking human behavior.
Yeah.
So it's like they've been in a zoo for, I don't know, probably their whole life. So it's like this is normal to them is to stand
Yeah.
up like a human.
And wave
see
and
it,
try
yeah.
to get food because they know that.
Yeah,
they
like
get
that's
food.
totally normal.
Yeah.
If I saw us at the St. Louis Zoo, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's weird that like that the zoo had to release a statement saying like this bear is
Yeah.
real.
But I mean, you see the wrinkles in its butt. It does look weird.
It does weird. It does look very weird, especially because there's no tail. I guess I mean they don't really have a tail.
It
but,
does.
like,
if you put in the mindset
of like a bear suit.
yeah,
It's
it
mainly
does
just
start
the
to look
head
like
looks
that.
way too real.
Yeah, or it looks like there's a head in its neck, and the
Yeah.
head is fake.
Yeah.
But then it looks like a bear. Then
Yeah.
it's like no
Oh,
doubt.
bear. Yeah.
But yeah, if you think about it in the context of it being a bear suit, you start believing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just very funny. The outrage over it is just like so stupid. But yeah, man, if you want to be an animal, you can. Apparently, you can now. No. We're not shaming any of that. I mean, but kinda. I mean, can I sit here and be a little bit, maybe a lot of bit uncomfortable with the furry stuff?
I think
because it's like you want. It's like, I mean, this might be wrong to say this, but it's like it's kind of borderline like bestiality stuff. But it's like there's
humans.
A plethora of stepbrother, stepsister porn and
that's true.
Brother sister porn.
Yeah, a lot
and shit. Like there's a bunch of weird. It's just like, when does it cross the border of it becoming like that's not okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
So on that front, I go.
Well, you did order a furry for me. I
ordered one for you.
You ordered me a birthday video of him wishing me a happy birthday.
A cameo.
Yeah. You should hit that guy up and be like, what made you want to be a furry?
Yeah. And maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't be so close-minded on it. It's just I feel a little bit uncomfortable with it, but put it in context of everything.
And I'm not like a furry or anything. But the thing about the furries, and like I see one of the ICP members, his daughter's a furry.
Oh really?
Yeah, and like he supports it wholeheartedly. So
yeah, sure. Yeah, see, exactly.
I think it's a point. I think for most people, well, okay, I'm not going to speak for furries, but
yeah.
But I would imagine it's also coming from a place of like looking for acceptance.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the big things about it.
Yeah.
But as far as it goes for like sexual stuff, I guess I can't imagine, but I guess people are into it. So
yeah,
there are very sexualized furries. I've seen sexualized furries, but then there's also like FurryCon or whatever.
Right, you're right. It's not all
Andrew
sexual.
McCutcheon actually hits better when furries are in town in Pittsburgh. No joke. If you look up that stat.
Oh, well, good for him.
Or anytime he tweets out furries.
Oh, it did.
Anytime he tweets out furries, he hits like 300 or something like that. It's crazy. But anyway, so but furries I think are generally a nicer audience, but they are just tend to be a little bit weirder.
Yeah, they're welcomed here, and again, like you said, I would love to talk to one to maybe understand it more.
Yeah.
And not be so close-minded of immediately being like,
fuck you, dude. But it is.
Listen, I'm not completely
like it is also kind of a weird thing. But
I'm not completely like fuck you, fuck off.
Yeah.
I hope there are furries that are fans of this show.
It's actually kind of crazy because like I will like a lot of furries, like furry people who are furries tweet out stuff.
Okay.
And I don't.
Yeah.
And so like I'll like it, and then I'll find out they're furry. I'm like, I didn't even notice that. They'll have their persona as their picture. And I'm like, I didn't think anything of it. You tweeted something funny.
Yeah, because
you tweeted something that was a good observation.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're usually chronically online people like myself.
And they're, usually on the right side of history most of the time.
Most of the time.
So, again, I don't mean to write them off completely, and I apologize if I offended any furries. It's just, there's certain aspects of it.
It's a stranger concept. It's a little bit off of the beaten path.
And there's some aspects of it, not all of it. I'm not saying that's the whole thing of it, but there's certain aspects of it that I have seen and heard that make me a little bit uncomfortable.
You should just go to FurryCon or whatever.
I'd love to. I'd love to interview them. And
do you remember the story about like FurryCon? Like, I forgot what it was, but there was like a gas leak at a FurryCon in like Milwaukee or something like that. Do you remember that?
No, I don't know anything about that.
I'll have to look that back. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to wrap back around on that one.
We'll have to do a full furry deep dive.
Because I watched Internet Today. It was a comedy duo, news duo that they do videos, and I remember them reporting on it whenever they were like Machinima ETC long time ago.
Okay.
So I remember them reporting about like all the furries had to come out, but it was also like at the same time that another con was going on. And it was a weird mix.
I feel like I remember that.
It was like a weird mix of audiences, and it was like, and they were like bizarre. But it was because like a gas leak or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah. At a hotel, hotels usually hold the conventions.
Hotels usually have gas leaks.
Yeah. Big gas leak places.
The battery's about to die, I think. Yeah, I have one charging. Well, I was gonna set up Nextdoor Drama, but if I have to go change that battery out, well, do you have anything you want to talk about, or do you want to just take a quick? Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do a quick break. I'm gonna try and find that furry story.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back, and you won't even know that we're back because it'll just cut right back to it.
Yep. Welcome back. Yeah, so it was actually confirmed it was a while ago. It was almost 9 years ago.
The furry thing.
The furry thing. 9 years ago.
Furry
it was
situation.
a chlorine gas leak in the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Chicago.
And it didn't have to do with another convention.
Did not have to do with another convention. But the clips from it all have them standing out in the street in their full fursuits. So
At midnight.
at like midnight.
Almost
it was like
1 a.m.
12:40 a.m.
for some reason.
Yeah. So who
Would
knows?
be interested to know what. Would be
I
interested
kind of want to know what's going on there.
I would really like to know.
There's roadblocks.
I would really like to know what's going on with the furries.
So, folks, we're moving swiftly into our Nextdoor Drama segment, which, if you don't know, Nextdoor is the infamous blog posting website for your neighborhood where people can post whatever the fuck they want, complaining about their neighbors, wanting to buy tractors, needing people to mow their lawns, whatever, dude. There's a lot of complaining that goes on there.
No way.
Yes way. So what Gavin and I do every week is we pick a blog entry, take the comments, script it out, and do a dramatic reenactment of it. Said that correctly this time. This week, I'm deciding to name it the title of this Nextdoor drama, Stranger Things. Strange Things.
Strangest thing.
The Strangest Things.
I'm going to put this in my lap. I got to read. This is a long one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Gavin will be playing Julie, who found some strange things, believe it or not. I will be playing Ellen, who is just kind of trying to help out. And the investigator, I will say. I'm the investigator. Without saying much else, I'm very excited for this one. It's another good one. Oh, there's still music playing. Without saying much else, I'm going to pull up the Nextdoor Drama intro song, and we're going to get right into it. This week on Nextdoor Drama.
So, my dogs have been acting sick the last couple of days. I could not figure out why. Well, I woke up this morning and my son's dog had thrown up a lot in the kitchen and the living room. The throw up in the kitchen had 5 odd-shaped rubber things about 1 by 1 wide. 4 of them were light green and 1 was red. I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out what the hell it is. So, I tried to cut one open and cannot even cut a slit in it. They're very, very hard rubber. Well, at this point, I have racked my brain from A to Z on what this could be. I called the vet and sent pictures. I'm not one to judge or assume, but by the personality/attitude from a neighbor, I'd hate to think they'd poison mine or my son's dog. But I, at this point, won't put it past them. Because they man was cutting the grass day before yesterday in the evening, and he's not the only one that's been around my fence. Granted, it could be anyone, as I'm not out there every second when the dogs go potty. I am most of the time. I would never hurt a dog. Any dog. Air quotes there. And I definitely never throw something to where someone's dog could consume anything that would make it sick. So I'm saying a prayer to God that I'm wrong on this, CZ, because I find the good in everyone. I want to say I was quite pussed of earlier and worried. Still am. I should not have ran my mouth towards anyone. I am not an accidental person and didn't accuse anyone in this post. I just gave some thoughts. So, I apologize for any disrespectful that may have seen word directed at anyone. But this does not make sense. I'm just very upset.
That looks like a very hard, underripe or overripe fruit or seed of some kind. Please do not accuse your neighbor on a public group wall or make a police report about him or her without knowing what it is you're dealing with yet. look around and see if you can find a source of where it may have come from. Vegetation or tree. I'm very sorry your pups are sick, but this needs more investigation before ruining a person's life or your relationship with your neighbor. There was a lot of wind in the storms recently, and anything could have blown off a tree, and your pups may have got a hold of something weird. Use a saw on the products and cut them in half. Then take them to a nursery to identify if it looks like something from a tree or shrub.
Alan, I totally agree with you. I re-edited my post because I was pretty pissed earlier. I am very upset. I publicly apologize in this post for coming off disrespectfully. When I said I was going to file a police report, I did not mean against somebody. I simply meant to document the situation in case anyone else's animal encounters the same issue. I would never file charges or report anyone whatsoever unless I personally saw something or someone crystal clear.
Oh, it looks like a fruit called a jocote.
I Google it. Thank you, but it's not that. No image comes even close to what I have. I am going to try and get my dog to the vet later today.
No image even comes close to what I have.
Did you like my cringy?
You read it like Neil Hamburger. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, no image even
What's
comes
the deal?
close to what I have.
That was good, though, right?
Oh, it
I
was
think
perfect.
this looks exactly like it.
I think I can't, dude. This is one of those images. Have you ever seen those images where it's just a bunch of stuff?
And you're not able to identify
Yeah.
what it is.
This is how I feel like looking at this picture.
Are you going to put it
And
on screen?
I will put it on screen now. I didn't put it on screen. I won't put it on screen during it, but after I will.
What the hell is this?
I don't
It does
know.
kind of look like fruit just because it has like that rottingness to it. Maybe that's where she tried cutting it, but like,
Yeah, or puke. I thought it would maybe like be left
oh
over puke
yeah,
on it.
yeah, like foam.
They look like big foam like blocks. But why are they such a weird shape? I'm sure it's a fruit or something. It's just nothing I've ever seen in my entire life. Because the color of it is so weird. I like how I felt like there should be a mystery to why there's 4 green and 1 red. That whole time I was like, that's how I felt about it. Yeah, I don't know. I just noticed that there might be another picture. Oh, it might have just been a close-up. I think I did see that. I'm opening up the original post. Yeah, it's just an over-the-top picture.
Wow, that's some detail there.
Yeah, it doesn't show
Detail there, Julie.
literally anything different. I don't know why those things would have poisoned your dog either.
The dog
This
ate
guy's
it.
like, I'm gonna throw these rubber blocks and have the dog eat it because they're big. I mean, one by one,
yeah, they
that's
have
like
to be
that big.
Yeah, they
At
have
least.
to be that fruit.
I'm sure there's some kind of fruit or
Some
nut.
hard nut or some
some
shit.
hard nut.
Some hard nut or some shit.
There's something, man.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd file a police report over that too.
Oh yeah, not towards anybody, but just about it.
Yeah.
I would just file a police report about it.
This is her brain trying to figure out what it was.
That's how I feel every time I have to do math. Oh, there it comes. Did it land? Oh, it was a person. Oh, you okay?
They're up.
I slipped on a joke.
No, they went. They got.
Oh, they
right
got
back
up.
Yeah.
Wow, they got up quick. Oh, they're back up again.
Yep. Wow, look at that.
They jumped on.
Look, there they go.
jumped on oh shit! All right, see ya. You didn't get to ask what the problem was. Oh, Gavin, how'd you get louder?
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I think it's
You
just
always
those
just get
cartoon
louder
sounds.
somehow. Another segment we do every week is called What You Listening To. It's where we recommend a song, album, sometimes an artist to each other, to the audience of what we've been listening to in the past week. We do it every week. We've been doing it since almost the first episode. the third episode.
So
What are you listening to this week, Gavin?
This week I am listening to. So this past Thursday, me and a mutual friend of ours went to a concert. Zach and I
Yes.
went to a concert, Manchester Orchestra
And
Jimmy Eat World. And I was.
do you care to discuss it?
Yeah. So Jimmy Eat World was literally the most boring and least stage presence I have ever seen in the band ever before. I was kind of expecting a little bit more, but
Okay.
I was bored out of my fucking mind.
Understandable.
I was under the impression that it would be opener, Manchester Orchestra, Jimmy Eat World. So me and Zach were planning on kind of leaving during Jimmy Eat World. But
Why?
because like we didn't really want to, like, it was, he
Oh,
really
really?
just wanted to see Manchester Orchestra. It was just nice
okay.
that Jimmy Eat World was there, I guess.
Uh-huh.
More bang for our buck, I guess. I was falling asleep. Legitimately, I was like,
Yeah.
it was hot as hell too. It was like 101 degrees.
Oh shit, that
You
was
know,
a hot
it
day.
was I was sweating my ass off. And then the next day we went to me and Spencer went to a Cardinal game. So
right.
I
wanted to talk
yeah,
about
so
that.
oh my god, it was so hot. But I was literally falling asleep. Like I was like this, just with my eyes closed. Like
your sweaty palm keeps
yeah,
slipping.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like my knee, like the back of my knees were sweating. Like I couldn't sit like this
Uh-huh.
without my entire body getting hot.
Were you guys in lawn chairs or were
No,
you
we were in like
the seats?
we were in the seats at the St. Louis Music Park.
Yeah.
Which is where it's actually a pretty good venue. I was kind of surprised, but
Never
if
been.
it was if there's any place that needs like big fans, and they have big fans on that side, like on the left side,
Oh.
but they didn't have any on the right side, and that's where we were sitting, and it was just dead air. It was
Yeah.
just hot.
Stale
It was
air.
stale, not moving. It was awful. And from my understanding, Zach told me that he went to a Melanie Martinez concert there with his significant other, and they turned off the fans during it, and so like I can imagine it being even hotter than it was.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people there. It was a very white concert.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It was very, very
I'm
white.
sure.
It
That-
was literally like
Not a concert I would have any interest
No.
of going to.
no. But Manchester, I'm recommending Manchester Orchestra. I'm recommending Manchester Orchestra. They made me want to go see Royal Blood.
Oh, just in general.
Just in general, the
Nice.
whole band. Go, because I don't know what songs they played, to be honest with you.
Mm.
But
But you liked them.
yeah, they had really good breakdowns. They were pretty consistently the same breakdowns, but they had a really good stage presence. But they literally just came on, like after 5 songs, they're like, "We're Manchester Orchestra. We're from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much," and then just kept playing.
Oh, so
And they
didn't say
played
much.
"Shake It." They played "Shake It Up" by "Shake It Off" by Taylor Swift.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Why?
They have a cover of it somewhere. They have like a album of covers.
That's cool. I like a cover. of it.
I think. Hold on.
I guess they're playing to their white audience. Might as well.
Yeah.
Give them what they want. Show Me the Body just showed up. There's a
Shake
band to
It.
go
I'm sorry.
see.
They call it "Shake It Out," but
Okay.
it's a cover of Taylor Swift.
And is it like a
Uh,
rock version of it?
yeah.
Okay.
It's surprisingly, it hit the good notes for me. It was really late
Okay.
at night and had been up since like 7 or like 5 a.m. So I was really tired. I was
Mhm.
itching to go to bed.
Yeah.
Because it was like 11 o'clock when they finished, and but they kept me awake. That's all I can ask for. And they were really good. They played their instruments very well. I was
Nice.
under the impression they attracted like incel culture, but
Oh.
because it's just like they just kind of has that vibe about
Yeah.
it. But I asked Zach about it, and he's like, no, like I'm like. Not. I mean, he's like, oh no, like I'm like the only person I know that listens to them. But like my understanding is like the fans I've interacted with were not incels at all. And I will say that the crowd was also surprisingly pretty even in terms of male female.
Nice.
So it was it was interesting concert. But
I'll have to check them out. I don't
yeah.
know anything about them. I
They-
thought they were an orchestra until last week.
Yeah, I thought it was just one guy, but it's 4 people.
Oh.
So
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. This week I am recommending something a little bit different for my taste and kind of just in general. I am recommending the album Hypochondriac by, I might be saying this wrong, and I'm sorry if I am, by Brackens. Brakence. Brackens is how I would say it.
what was it?
It's called Hypochondriac. It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
album. He is. I wanted to see where he was from. Oh, Columbus, Ohio.
Hypochondriac?
Yeah, is that what I said?
Yeah.
He's from Columbus, Ohio, which I didn't realize. I thought he's maybe from
Breakins?
Breakins, Brackens. I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of just found him by accident. He was the guitar player in Knocked Loose, Isaac Hale, who I follow, and I think he's a really cool dude. And he'll post music on his story, and like some of it's like hardcore stuff, but I just saw this. Like, there's a lot of people like that. Connie from CU Space Cowboys, another one. Like, if I see them post something on their story,
Certainly they have a good taste in music.
yeah,
you know?
I go and I'm just gonna check it out, whatever it is. Like, I
Right.
pretty much do it like immediately if I have the time. And so I did that with this, expecting like a hardcore song or something. It's completely like unlike anything I've ever heard. It's one person, and it's
This is
like,
officially one person.
yes, as well. I think so. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost 100% sure. And I guess the way to describe it is it's pop songs for depressed people. It's like very depressing pop music. And it's really, really good and
Glitch pop.
really, yeah, right, depressed. It's like, yeah, it's electronic pop depressing music. Not all of it's depressing, but it's pretty like centered around like this whole album. He's pretty much just talking about he wants to kill himself, but he's too much of a pussy to do it. It's like kind of what he says in like most of the songs.
I see. Okay.
But it's not something I would normally listen to, but I just really like the way it sounds. And the production quality on it is really, really good. And I've noticed that more and more. It's just like, if an album has good production quality on it, I will probably like it. Because there's a lot of shit that I've listened to that I'm like, this would be so much better if the production quality didn't absolutely suck ass.
Ah, damn it. I don't have it.
But I kind of compare it to...
You're
I think,
this meme. Ooh, this is a great album, but ooh, the mixing. Ooh, I can't stand the mixing.
Yeah. It's weird because like I have almost no sound production background. I have like very minimal understanding of it.
Yeah.
But yet I feel like I do know it and understand it somehow, which is like the most probably annoying thing to say ever, but I get it. Like, I get what's good and what's not and why.
You have produced a song before.
I have, dude. It was a #1 Billboard Top 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done sound stuff. I just don't have like, I didn't study it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
You have a good appreciation for it.
I can appreciate it, and I can appreciate what
The
sounds
effort.
good and what doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm a savant. But
No,
this is
I don't think
that's the word. I'm a sommelier.
Yeah. there you go.
I kind of have to compare it to, and first of all, I want you to listen to it. I think you will like it and appreciate it.
Are you going to compare them to 100 Gex?
I haven't listened to them
Oh,
enough
okay.
to know. But in the sense of like that, it's very weird.
Uh-huh.
Because like it'll be like clear-cut song of what it is, and then it'll just like have these like sound jump scares.
Yeah.
Where it's just like it just blows out for no reason. And there's like a song, this song, Preparation Exercise number 7, Trembling. It like keeps building, and then he like talks about a DMT elf is like preparing him for something, and the song just gets like progressively more weird. So those songs are like, again, the re-listenable quality is like a little bit iffy, but just to recommend some songs before I tell you what I was going to say. 5G is great. I think that's the best song on the album. Argyle is amazing. Deep Fake is beautiful, beautifully depressing.
You know what immediately came to mind was Kiro Kiro Bonito. Like that song.
Yeah. I know you recommended that.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
I'll show you the song.
couldn't tell you.
I'll show you the song that has like a jump scare in it. And I think that it's very similar to that.
Venus Flytrap is really good. I think the back half is better from 5G on. I think are the best songs. I think the front half is more upbeat and the back half is a little bit more depressing. And I think I kind of like, with poppier music, I glom onto the darker stuff.
Yeah.
Usually I tend to. Really fucking good. I think you should listen to it. I think you would appreciate it. I don't know if you'll fully love it. I'm going to make a comparison that might turn you off from it.
Dude.
But it was like,
Don't turn me off.
It's the closest thing I could compare it to
Uh-huh.
because it was something I was into, and that's Lil Peep.
Okay.
In the sense of it's like pop music for depressed people, because that's what Lil Peep's music
Like
was.
Suicide Boys too.
No, Suicide Boys like trap.
Okay.
Lil Peep was more like poppier rap, that was depressing. And I wouldn't say it's really a rap cadence. It's more of like a singing cadence, but comparable in that sense, and not really any other senses though. But yeah, it's very good. I will, yeah. And that's it.
Okay, that's it.
I don't know. I don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I have another, what I'm listening to probably next week. I want to show you after we're done because I want to see if you'll like it.
Okay.
This one I'm iffy on if you'll like, but yeah.
Next week, you got it.
If it's next week, I think it'll be there unless something else comes up.
Okay. Welcome, everybody. Well, everybody.
Can they turn that music down in there?
No, they can reset it, though. You want me to reset it?
What do you mean reset it? I was just talking about how it sounds like it's in another room.
Yeah, I know. Do you want me to do you want me to redo it?
Why would I? Do I want you to redo it?
Do you want me to, like, fix it?
Right now?
Yeah, let's do some sound mixing right here.
Yeah, I think you could just, it sounds like it's got a low cut filter on. Maybe if we can turn that off and boost the highs up a little.
Oh. You're just gonna pan it.
Yeah.
All right, give us the outro, dude. Quit
Well, everybody,
quit
thanks
jacking me
for
off.
listening and watching to the It Takes All Kinds podcast. We appreciate you, everything you've been doing. Keep watching, keep listening, keep sharing, keep retweeting, keep liking. I guess reacting or whatever it's gonna be called.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing and listen to us. Listen to me.
We love you.
We love you.
The vultures are waiting to pick your bones.